We are all set for the fifth and final test match of this high voltage, what we can say, edge of the thrills set thriller, because both the teams are giving each other knockout punches as well at the beautiful Kennington Oval. I have Gian and Paji with me. The stage has been set on fire, and off the field, on the field, both, because day five, as we can certainly see, when the declaration was asked by England, rather the handshake was asked by Ben Stokes, Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar denied it, rightfully so. Today morning, as we can see with the pitch curator, things were heating up in England as well. We'll come deeply on that as well. But Gian, first of all, what a magnificent effort was it from the two Indian, rather the four Indian batters, I would say, including KL Rahul and Shubman Gill.
Yeah, this this test match kind of reminded me like the one we played in at MCG in 2021. If I correct me if I'm wrong, it was the same test match. I think we had to save the test, and I think we
It
were
was
all
a
down and out. And when Hanuma Vihari and Ravichandra Cheteshwar Pujara firstly, so they started off, started in the defensive move, and they just had one job to do, was to just save that. They took those blows to them. Unfortunately, Vihari was ruled out also of that test match. But similarly, it was a kind of similar kind of a situation here.
Yeah,
Rishabh got
and just
injured
to
at the
check the
wrong time.
venue, it was in Sydney, first of all.
It was in Sydney, correct? But yeah, but it was what an effort that was. Absolute mind blow. One of the, I think, one of my favorite test matches where we had saved, and now it reminded me of this. This one was also the kind of similar. That time we lost Hanuma Vihari. This time we lost a crucial player named like Rishabh in the form of Rishabh
Correct.
Pant, who is in exceptional form right now. It's never
Correct.
too, it's never too likable when a player or in form, especially coming back in form, scoring couple of hundreds and a couple of 50s, scoring over 600, 700 runs in a test series, and against his favorite opponent. It's never a good thing, but what a magnificent effort that was, especially from the batsmen. And they knew they had one job to do, was just avoid a collapse. And especially reeling at 2-0, 2 for no loss. I mean, in the first
Yeah,
over,
that's
I
incredible.
think
You cannot do that.
it's no better time for a captain to step up, that, and that's exactly what Shubman has been doing. Like, yeah, he's had an on-off moments in between, where he's lost his wicket, or the captaincy is, it was under question mark. But again, that these kind of situations are remembered, I think, more, because when you need up, like you're 2-0, you're like almost two down, and you need to know you're the captain, you need to step up and you need to save a team, and perfect. This guy has done absolute no wrong in terms of batting at all.
Correct.
Absolute
And
savior.
that's the reason why he is constantly being breaking records. And Shubman Gill, he will learn. I think he will gradually learn as a captain as well, Paji. But when I talk about Shubman Gill breaking records, most runs in a debut series as captain, as a player, he's very, very close to breaking Sir Don Bradman's record as well. 89 runs away in the fifth test as well in one series. Is he capable enough from doing that? Because we know Oval is a batting friendly surface.
Definitely. Before the start of the series, he always wanted to be the best player of the series, and he's walking the talk. And why not with the form he is in? Definitely, we can at least see another 100 at the Oval Test match. He had a one failure at Lords, but as we see the record of Indian captain in Lords, nobody has scored a 50 as an Indian captain in Lords. So that things he could not able to broke, which I would love to see he broke that jinx as well. But yes, Indian team is doing very well. That they saved the test match. They say they bide the time. They played almost your four players almost played 200 balls and all. So this is a win-win situation for us and for Oval. We are up and ready for Oval, and hopefully if we can put up a strong team which can take 20 wickets. We can put this up to England, and we can. I'm hopeful for a 2-2 thing for the Oval.
You are definitely hopeful for the series to be leveled at the end of the five-match series, and we certainly are. Just like Rohan said as well, 20 wickets is a must. Your thoughts on that, Jihan? So far, the Test match, how is it possessed? Is Ben Stokes the real match winner for England, be it with the bat, with the ball?
See, as I said, even England are struggling, but they are converting their small targets into a win. So that is a slight point of difference between India and England right now. And we tried to save a test match even in at Lords, and very unfortunate to be on the losing side after dominating for 4.5 days. Like, you losing at such a small interval, it really pains a lot. But Ben Stokes, basically, he has stepped up this time. We were not even sure that if he would even bowl. Okay, but now
Hmm.
he has stepped up. He's bowling long spells. Now he's bowling over 10, over 12, over long spells, which is a very good sign for England. And he has, stepped up at the right time, taking the ball in hand and taking a wicket. I think he took KL Rahul also very early in the day, bowling
Absolutely.
his first over. First over he took. We were not sure if he would bowl because of cramp he had got. But I think
Correct.
he's adamant. I think he wants to, step up. Obviously, see, as I said, even for Gill, like, moments like these, a captain has to step up, irrespective of what the situation is. The captain has to take up responsibility, and I think Stokes is kind of doing something which any captain should be doing.
Absolutely, and you talk about Ben Stokes, England, and I'll add on to the point where today morning we had a little bit of a controversy going on, and journalists have said the same. Gautam Gambhir had an animated chat with the head of the groundsman of the Oval Pitch curator. Your thoughts on that? Very short, if you can say, is it a justified frustration or an overreaction? Because after hearing the facts and what happened in the press conference, your thoughts, please.
See, I think this has happened earlier, and we know how the Oval Pitch curator has, what he has done in the past. Like, he is known for his rude and shaky behavior. And I think I'll take you back to when, in 2009, I think the Shane Warne and Michael Holding, both of them had questioned the pitch, and even in 2023 WTC
WTC
final,
final, Ravi Ashwin, yeah,
Ravichandran Ashwin had come up and saying that this pitch is not ready for the final, and we had seen the result of it. I mean, it was a very proper green top. We had like India opted to bowl, and eventually we got the result at the end, but there was absolute nothing in the pitch later on, and we saw, and that pitch was not ready. It was not 100% pitch to play on, and
correct.
especially in a final. And I think for me, Gautam Gambhir's reaction is valid, is completely valid. He is a coach of an Indian team. He is leading by an example. You have to step up for your team. I mean, if today, if if I am leading a team, and if somebody is coming and trying to put you down, so it is my responsibility to come and step forward, and this curator had no business, had absolute no business to just go out there and just say that you can't go near the pitch, where it was clearly seen they were wearing joggers. They were not
Absolutely,
wearing,
they were,
no, not.
they are knowledgeable enough. They are support staff of
See,
the Indian team.
come what may, Gambhir was a World Cup winner. He's a T20 World Cup winner. He's played so many Test matches. He's played so many international matches. He is a match winner. He's an IPL winner. He's IPL winning captain as well. Even Moni Mokel has done so much for South African cricket. I mean, these guys have way more experience than our Indian team right now. Like, so you
Absolutely.
can see. So see, this is where things, even this could have been a little bit more professional. I feel, where the pitch curator would have said just to avoid it, and the pitch curators are sensitive about player people, being in that 2.5 or 3.5 meter zone. So, but it's obviously, but if you go back to the 2023 World Cup final, we saw Pat Cummins right on the pitch taking photos. I mean, there was no question, there were no question marks right there. So I don't
Yeah.
understand if Gautam Gambhir and Moni Mokel were right, so behind, especially even in joggers. I see no harm in it. Gambhir was right with what he has done.
Exactly.
Yes.
Gambhir was absolutely right with what he did. Yes, Paji, before I move on to you.
I wanted to add a bit more. The altercation started because the pitch curator was showing the pitch to England coach Brendan
Yeah.
McCullum and Cuny. But when Indian team wanted to see the pitch, he started to hide the pitch. The rain also started, the droplets were started, but they started to immediately hide the pitch. So from there,
Exactly.
the
That's
altercation
not right.
started, which
Exactly,
is
that's
not
not
right.
right. If you don't treat your visiting team rightly, then this is bound to happen. But going back to the cricket point of view, Paji, unfortunate injury. Some would blame that why did Rishabh Pant play that shot, but that's Rishabh Pant for you. That's the way he plays the game of cricket. Now Rishabh Pant is unavailable for the series and going forward for the few weeks as well. Who is your replacement? Is it Dhruv Jurel? And N Jagadishan has been picked up as well. Your thoughts on that?
First of all, you put up this question, and we just wanted to salute Rishabh Pant what he did in the previous Test match. It will be talked for the ages. And answering your question, I will see Jurel because he's properly acclimatized to the conditions. He has played some warm-up games as well, and he's keeping on the behalf of
Yeah.
Rishabh Pant. So I will go for Jurel. There is no second thought about that.
Absolutely. There were thoughts going on against whether in Jagadishan is the right fit or not. People were saying Ishan Kishan as well, but he doesn't have a contract. Your thoughts going forward? Is this your best test wicket keepers, Paji? Dhruv Jurel and Rishabh Pant. Dhruv Jurel as the backup.
Definitely, no doubt. What Jurel done for India in the home series against England, he also won the match single-handedly,
Correct.
chasing the trophy in the Dharamshala match, if I remember, if I'm not wrong. So I guess Jurel fits the bill as far as test takers are concerned. Jurel and Rishabh Pant are my first choice, and will be my
Okay,
first
so
choice.
Jurel and Rishabh Pant is your first choice. Jurel is your wicketkeeper for this fifth test. Jian is also nodding his head, which means he agrees as well. Your thoughts on the players to watch out for, and this is where I come forward and see. And Jian, coming to you, players to watch out for. I'm sorry, it's the players to watch out for first, and this is where we come forward. Three Indian players, KL Rahul, Ravindra Jadeja, what a series he's having with the bat. And similarly, I'm going for the Indian captain Shubman Gill. For England, Ben Duckett, Joe Root, and Ben Stokes. Any differences?
I'll add a name here which is we have not spoken, or maybe his name is not yet spoken. Washington Sundar. As I had also mentioned in a few days back to you also, that for me
Is he a
this
player of the
boy,
tournament?
he is the player of the tournament for me so far. What may you say, even the Rishabh's or the Shubman scoring his double hundred, KL getting his hundreds, or Irfan getting 200s. Definitely what he had done. Paji mentioned it absolutely right. That absolutely heroics. But a standout player here, coming in crunch situations, saving matches, even in the Lord's Test, or maybe you go back to Wankhede against New Zealand, he was the man standing there at number 11. Trying to
Correct.
finish it off.
Correct.
Washington Sundar has been the standout man. You know, he's not got enough bowling according to me. But again, whatever he got, he took a 4 for also, I think, at Lords. So, getting those wickets, standing there, scoring runs, and when like, coming at number 8, number 9, scoring 30, 40 runs. Again, last match he scored 100. Absolute phenomenal this guy has been. Absolutely phenomenal. I think we will not say 100%, but definitely a closest like to like replacement for Ravichandran Ashwin here. Very,
Okay,
very
for
perfect.
Washington Sundar, he
Perfect
can
fit, yeah.
bat, he can bowl as well. He's a very terrific fielder. For England, Paji, here are my three names. Any different?
I guess as per the form it going, so those Ben Duckett and Joe Root and Ben Stokes will be the same. Will be my picks as well. And we can talk about a little bit of Jofra Archer or Liam Dawson, whether he can make any difference this time around.
Correct.
Otherwise, these three are my picks. And for Indian team, as Jay said, Washington Sundar is your clutch player. If Hardik Pandya is the MVP of your white ball cricket, mark our words, both our words. Washington Sundar, watch out for him. He has a bright future. He could be MVP of Indian cricket in all three formats.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and Gumby definitely supports him. Gumby likes having an extra batter, and he delivers with the ball as well. Moving on to the battles as well, key battles. This is where I've gone for Mohammad Siraj. If Bumrah doesn't play, this man has to step up. He loves stepping up as the leader. Siraj versus Crowley, that's a different ball game as well. Ben Stokes versus KL Rahul, Jihan is the second one, and Jofra Archer versus Yashasvi Jaiswal. They are having a different battle too. 3-1s, anything different from your end?
I don't see. I think Jaiswal Archer is a bit, funny right now because both are teammates, of course, in the IPL franchise, and now they are being one of the fierce enemies here because they are having an animated time, and I feel Jaiswal is coming into the words of Archer. If you see
Correct.
Archer from ball one starts smoking Jaiswal, and Jaiswal, I think his temperament is not that calm minded or something that he's saying, and he gets into that and he gets out, and we saw I think 3 out of 4 times I think Jaiswal has got out to Archer. I think it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that a player you're playing mind games with you and you're completely giving into it. I think Jaiswal has to be more I think has to be a strong minded, has to be have a strong head. He has to not give in to whatever the bowler says. Play out the over. See, there's obviously it's a test match. You have all the time in the world. Take your time, bowl him out of the spell. Maybe smack him for 2 3 boundaries, and then make him go out of the spell. That is the answer to give. He is a good player with a lot of potential, but again, scoring 100 and then a string of low scores, we expect more from Jaiswal definitely.
Absolutely, we definitely expect more from him. He's a street smart player. He loves batting for a long, long time in the middle as well. We will see what happens for
And he
Yashasvi
loves batting,
Jaiswal.
and he loves batting against England. That is the main thing.
Yes, exactly. He has so many runs in a series at home. He started the series with a century as well. Paji, your thoughts on Yashasvi Jaiswal?
So I'm very much hopeful for Jaiswal, but I have only have one complaint for Jaiswal. He has to now start scoring the second innings as well. He has to put a price tag on his wicket and start giving the what Rahul is doing. If he is scoring 40 runs, he's playing 90 balls. Means he's wasting the new ball and making life easier for the middle order and low middle order. So that's Jaiswal thing is to do, and he should not
Absolutely.
bomb down against the spinners. He should have taken Liam Dawson rather than defending him. Otherwise, and also one battle we are missing. I would love to see Kuldeep Yadav and Arshdeep. Those
I
two
would have
players
come
against
out
India.
there.
Yes.
I will definitely come to the playing 11 as the show progresses. But
No,
very
I'm not
interesting
about playing
point.
at 11. I'm talking about the battles. If they play, I
So
would
it's
love to
Kuldeep
see
versus.
Kuldeep. No, Kuldeep with whole against Indian team and Arshdeep
Okay.
the left arm against the whole
Okay,
England
left arm
team.
angle. Okay, fair enough. But
Especially
Gian,
Arshdeep, we can say Ben Duckett and Zach Rowley openers.
yeah, in terms of the angle, fair enough. But Gian, interestingly, if you are now in the head corner of Ajit Agarkar or Gautam Gambhir, your thoughts? It's a must-win game for India. Would you think of playing a fit Jasprit Bumrah in the fifth test?
If he is 100% fit, definitely. There is no questions about dropping
Keeping
Jasprit
in
Bumrah.
mind
Come
that he
on,
said
man.
that he's going to play three tests, what would you do?
See, keeping in mind he would only play three tests, but if he's 100% fit, he's straight into the 11. There's no debate about it. I mean, if you are an Anshul Kamboj or even a Mohammad Siraj today, you bow out saying, "Yeah, I am no, please play him." Even if he's an 80% fit, you still require Jasprit Bumrah. See, he's ultimately a human being. He can also have an off test. I mean, you name a single bowler in the world till date who has not
Correct.
had an off test. Like one of the tests we saw him concede over 100 runs, and that was, I think, coming after almost 50 test matches. Come
The
on, who
first
we
time
have
he
not.
succeeded. Yeah.
Every bowler in the world has conceded over 100 runs, and it is his first time in so many test matches. He can definitely have an off day, but you cannot, unless, of course, if you're taking that injury into concern, and if you think that he might not be able to bowl or make it the entire. We saw him struggling also quite a bit in the last test, but other than that, if he's fully fit to bowl long spells, he's straight into the 11.
So according to you, straight into the 11. I'll come to Paji now. He mentioned he's going to play three tests. In the fourth test, if you notice carefully, just one delivery was more than 140 kilometers per hour. Rest of the ball in the average of
Mhm.
135. The break between fourth test and fifth test is not that big enough. Would you think about his workload, keeping in mind in 30-40 days' time you have the Asia Cup? You would rather give this test match more value?
I guess I will give this test match more value. I don't want Jasprit Bumrah for Asia Cup because Jasprit Bumrah already won the T20 World Cup. So for Asia Cup, we can look out for newer bowlers because the World Cup is in India only in the home conditions. Jasprit Bumrah will get a rest. We don't need to play him against the West Indies. We may think
Hmm?
him playing against the South Africa depending upon what type of
Correct.
pitches we choose against the South African series. So play Jasprit Bumrah. It's an important test. It's a like a fight for pride, fight for pride and honor. So we have to win this test, level the series. Jasprit Bumrah needed for over test.
Absolutely, and more good news coming out here, and including reports plus Aryan himself saying the same as well. We're hearing that Arshdeep Singh is all set to make his debut. We're not sure about Jasprit Bumrah. Are you going to go with Arshdeep Singh as well as Kuldeep? If Kuldeep comes in, that makes you three spinners, Paji.
Yes, I want Kuldeep Yadav and Arshdeep both because Arshdeep, if he can get the wicket, it's a blessing in disguise for us. Even if he don't get the wicket, he can create the rough by bowling over the wicket, round the wicket for the right handers, and which Kuldeep and Jadeja can be handful. Play Washi as a batsman. You need Washi.
Okay, as a
You
pure
bowl
batter.
Washi against the left-handed batsman like Ben Duckett or Stokes, and the way he's getting the drift. So Washi can could
Exactly.
also be very
That's
handful when
outstanding.
if Arshdeep
That's
will play.
outstanding. And that was good captaincy for Shubman Gill for delaying the second new ball. Otherwise, we would not, may not have those two wickets as well. But England playing 11, despite the changes they have made, Gian, this is what I've gone for. I'm going with an unchanged 11 because they have added Jamie Overton into the side because of the Surrey factor. Oval, he knows the conditions. If Jamie Overton comes in, is it Chris Wokes who's making way?
No, 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 no. I don't think England would hamper any thing. Maybe that forced change if Vokes is not fit or something like that. But in this entire series, what I saw, India were trying to experiment quite a lot. Of course, we saw every match almost two, three changes. England were hardly making any changes. They even went with the same 11 in the second test, and then later on came with a forced change. But other
Hmm.
than that, I don't see any change. No. I think it's
So
a
no
very well
changes.
balanced 11. Yeah. No, no, no,
Stay
no,
with
not at all.
unchanged
Not
11,
at all.
balanced side. Go with the
See,
same 11.
Liam Dawson, the only spinner if we see, but we see Joe Root also bowling. So I think
Exactly.
I don't
We
see
might
any
see
other
also
really.
Harry Blue bowling if it's required, but I'll not come to that as well. But Indian playing 11, Paji, is this what you are saying as well? It's what I come to. Sai Sudarshan retains his spot at number 3. Dhruv Jurel comes into the side. Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar is there. Kuldeep Yadav is in my 11. With Akashdeep Siraj and Arshdeep in my 11. Because I think that the resting gap is just 3 days. Bumrah may not be able to give his 100%. I think
I would
not
love to
having.
add Bumrah in place of Siraj or maybe a Gashdeep. I would want to have Bumrah for this test
Okay.
match
Okay,
because
so
there's a
according
long
to you,
layoff. There's
I'll
a long
keep
layoff in this
Akashdeep
test
aside
match.
then. I'll keep Akashdeep aside then if you want Bumrah. So Bumrah, Siraj, Arshdeep with Kuldeep
Yes,
is your frontline
yes,
bowling attack.
agreed, agreed, agreed.
Okay, Gian, over to you.
I think fair enough. I mean, going see Koval was a turning wicket. Also, we have good. We will have three good quality spinners, and all different kinds of spinners. Slow left arm, a Chinaman, and an off spinner. So England are going to be definitely rattled, and we have seen Jadeja being a left arm spinner. He has rattled England. Like England were difficult to read him on, especially when he bowls into the rough. And Kuldeep with his different variations and tossed up deliveries, it'll make life maybe a living hell, like what Virat Kohli said. Let's make that 60 overs feel they should feel like hell. I think Kuldeep Yadav, if he plays, I think England are going to feel that hell.
Okay,
They
so
are
according
they are
to you,
vulnerable against Spain. They are vulnerable
true
against
that.
like
And
Spain and
Aryan out here says Jurel, Arshdeep, Kuldeep in place of Pant, Bumrah. It's not Washi. It's a typo. He
no
said
no no
Shardul
no.
Thakur. And also Anshul Kamboj. I don't see Anshul Kamboj is somewhere he has to make way. I think then is Aryan keeping Anshul Kamboj? I'm not too certain about that. But so
No, no,
Jian, are you going with my playing 11? Or are you going with Paji's?
No. See, I want just as Paji said, as even I mentioned, Jasprit Bumrah cannot be out if he's 100% fit. Again, I said if he's getting those cramps in between, it's a different case. Then we require a bowler who can bowl long spells. But definitely, if he's fit and if he obviously it's up to him what he wants to do. There is no question about you cannot drop Bumrah. Come on, man. Any bowler can
You
make way
can
for
keep
him.
your records aside of not winning a test match with Bumrah in the recent past. But Paji, adding to your point, first let me hear what you're saying.
I'm saying the forecast which we are hearing for the overlays would be cloudy. So there won't be that much heat or summer kind of situation where your body gets drained out fastly. It would be a typical in
And
English
there
weather.
is where I come to you.
And
Out of
I guess
5 days, three
Bumrah
days
can make
rain
it.
is expected. Out of 5 days, 3 days rain is expected, especially on day one. Thunderstorm is expected. So there, welcome to England, welcome to London. But my thoughts, one more is that Gian, very very concerning signs. Are you taking in this into account? 14 consecutive international tosses have been lost by India.
You see, toss is pure luck now. If you see, we lost all the tosses in the Champions Trophy, yet we won the Champions Trophy. So that's how it goes. See, you have to be see, basically you just toss up the coin and it just rolls and falls on the floor. It's you can't do anything much apart from that. But so basically it's
If
just
I'm not
you have to.
wrong, Shubman Gill has made the same call every 4 times. So will you think of if he has said tails, then he will think of head.
See, as I said again, that's pure luck, but you have to be mentally prepared. If you lose the toss, I mean, I think it's a good sign. You need to be up for challenges. We have won a test match also. We have drawn a test match also. So that I would take the positives here. And as I said, even I don't want to count the World Cup. Of course, it was a nightmare in the final, but in the Champions Trophy, I think we did nothing wrong. And even in I think T20 World Cup, we lost quite a few tosses, but still we ended up on the winning side. Apart from the final, of course, it
True
was
that.
an all-important final. But apart from that, I think tosses it does matter, but if you it's not in your hands, I feel.
Okay, so according to you, toss is not in your hands. Paji, off topic a little bit into franchisee cricket. Chandrakant Pandit and Bharat Arun have made ways from the Kolkata Knight Riders side. If by chance India loses the fifth test and lose the series, are we going into a meeting about Gautam Gambhir as well?
What I'm hearing from the sources, I guess Gautam Gambhir won't be sacked because
Mhm.
basically, I just wanted to say you one thing. This is a transition phase. No coach will put their hand in this mud. Once the team will
Mhm.
settle, then only another coach will come and say, I will raise his hand, unless and until it's a Dada Saurav Ganguly, who
True,
likes to
true,
do this kind of
absolutely.
thing. take up these challenges.
Absolutely.
No coach will come.
Absolutely, but
Gautam
but
Gambhir will
you
be here
you
to
you
stay.
talk about
And
Gautam Gambhir, you talk about sudden picks as well. The Champions Trophy, we saw Varun Chakravarti out of the blue came into the side and played the entire Champions Trophy, created havoc as well. Gian, here's a question from our very own Arka. He says, "Can Arshdeep be a sudden surprise before the series decider, and can you play him in the fifth test? Because England generally announce they're playing 11 a day earlier. So if they announce today or tomorrow, can we have Arshdeep Singh as the angle which Gurpal Paji mentioned?"
See, if Bumrah is in the 11, if Bumrah is in the 11, remove Anshul Kamboj, add Arshdeep Singh. You get that left arm pace. I am craving for a left arm pacer, especially in England conditions. And he was there in the previous test as well. If at all he wouldn't have got injured. Definitely Anshul Kamboj was not making way at all, and he wouldn't have never been in the squad if that injury wouldn't have come. But Arshdeep Singh is required to bowl in these kind of conditions. I am actually shocked that why he wasn't he selected, even in the first two tests, knowing
Exactly.
those
Even I
overcast
expected.
conditions, even over Prasidh Krishna, if Prasidh Krishna can get two test matches, definitely Arshdeep Singh has to play this test match.
I expected that, and we'll some other day we will come and talk about the most unlucky player at the moment, Abhimanyu Ishwar, and why is he not getting a debut? We'll come to that and later on someday or the other. Predictions time now, guys. This is pressure time for both of you. Starting with you, Paji. Your thoughts on that? Series is on the line, 2-1 to England. Can India level the series?
yes, definitely. We can level the series, play Arshdeep Singh, create some rough for the right-handers so that our spinners can be doubly or deadly effective. So I want Arshdeep Singh definitely,
You're
along with
saying
Kuldeep
India can
Yadav.
definitely level the series. Gian is showing a two apiece, which means India can once again level a series. Both of you are saying. Final question to you. It is Gurpal Paji, Arshdeep, and Kuldeep. It's rather an opinion from Arko. He's been hearing us saying the same as well. Can catch England by surprise in the series decider. Is it true, Paji?
Definitely. Both has that the capability. Kuldeep with the Chinaman, I guess Brook won't be able to read him much, and other players as well. Jamie Smith or even Talenders, because with Kuldeep Yadav you can wash out the tail quickly. You can remove the tail quickly because tail won't be able to. If Liam Dawson has taken 300 wickets, he has taken wickets in county where he bowled to English batsmen, not to Indian batsmen. What he has
True.
done against in this test match against Indian batsman, he was wicketless. So Kuldeep Yadav is a must if you want to get off the tail quickly. And with Ashdeep with his swing, what he needs to do, he needs to take care of Joe Root and openers and
Absolutely.
Tony
I,
Fox.
I I wonder, and talking about the surfaces, when I wonder every single test after the first test, people are getting excited. It's a green top, match day -2. Beware when you wake up on the match day morning and you see the surface is being shaved off. Gian, will that happen again?
See, I think now knowing what has happened with Gambhir, definitely you do. You can't be surprised. They will come up with a major surprise. Maybe we might be expecting a green top only for the Pacers, and suddenly we start seeing rough patches on day one itself. So I think
I
going
think
in
more
with three spinners
grass
only, it makes
definitely
sense.
will be trimmed. I'm expecting more
It
grass to
will be it will definitely be trimmed off, but we might see a hint of grass. I think WTC also, which we saw the same in the final in the 23 when we had opted to bowl. It was a very good green top, suited for England, but I think we didn't capitalize. It was a very nightmare for
absolutely.
anyway. But other than that, I think going in with three spinners is I think ideal here because Sharsi,
Three
if
spinners.
Gill is not using Shardul much, he fine batting. I
Really,
think
he was
I
not
feel
used. I think 11 overs he bowled in the four test. Kamboj hardly bowled as well. If you're not bowling them, have an extra spinner. At least he will
he
be
didn't have
carrying
an
you.
impact also. See, Nitish Kumar also didn't bowl much, but he got those wickets. He got 2 3 wickets here and there. So I think even in terms of batting, I think Kuldeep has done well to hang around. He just has to hang around there. If there is a Washington Sundar or Jadeja batting with him, he just has to hang around. He has to do nothing. He has that
Okay.
potential to hang around. He has
There
scored a
comes an out
50.
of the box question. One more before we conclude this session as well. Orko says, Paji, first of all, over to you. To sum up the series, which non player in the Indian cricket team can be the biggest takeaway positive from this tournament? I know
I,
Jian's
I,
answer, but
I
Paji,
guess
first.
Gianna also already answered is Washington Sundar for me. But I would say that the redemption of KL Rahul and
Oh,
Shubman Gill.
yes. Oh, yes.
These two things.
I love
The
this
redemption
answer,
of
to be
KL
honest,
Rahul
Kela.
and Shubman Gill, these bats will become more broader once they will reach the home shores.
100%. I
From,
really like
from
this answer,
Ahmedabad,
Paji,
from
to be
Delhi,
honest, in
these
terms of
bats
KL
bats will
Rahul.
be like this. against West Indies and South
Absolutely.
Africa.
Absolutely. KL Rahul, he has been the best batter for us since the BGT, to be honest. So KL Rahul for you, Washington Sundar for you, Jian.
See, if you're leaving Washington Sundar aside, as I already mentioned about him, I'll go with Paji. Yes, KL Rahul has stepped up big time when we needed him the most. He was kind of unlucky, I would say. First getting dropped after that Bangladesh series.
Yeah,
Not playing all the test matches, getting not getting runs on board because we used him at number 4, number 5, number 6. So then made to open in Australia again didn't work much. So
but
then
he can bat
now step
wherever you want.
so he can bat wherever he wants, I think. But the opening slot, I think, suits him the most because I think how many of the hundreds he scored, I think most of them have come while he has opened. I think the one in South Africa also, when he had scored that 100. So I think even there he had opened the innings and quite a good. He has stepped up. We know. See, one side you have a aggressive Yashasvi Jaiswal who can take the new ball. You can start attacking. We have KL Rahul at the other end who can just hang around, play,
Correct.
see off the ball, make the shine go and frustrate the bowlers. And we see what he had done, like 90 runs,
100%.
those crucial runs after all.
That was an
And
unplayable. You cannot do
and
about it.
reminding of even the 2018 in the Oval, we were on the wrong side definitely, but Pant and KL had stepped up big
Pant and
time
KL
even in
Rahul,
that.
absolutely.
And
True that.
and he scored his highest score is against England. So I think these players love to bat against England. And Shubman Gill, no hundreds, no 50s since 4 years, this and that, and he has silenced everybody. I think his
Exactly.
number speaks for
400s in the
himself.
series. If he gets
Four
one more, he
hundreds.
will surpass so many records
So
as a
you count
captain.
a 300, 300s and one big daddy 100. So I think that's pretty much summed up. He came under pressure. So you can say he's not a frack track bully. Also, he came up under pressure when the
Cannot
team,
say that
you
anymore.
know, exactly. Even the team was absolutely under the crumbs because I personally felt that we wouldn't even survive the day 4. We would might end up losing on a innings defeat, but out came Shubman Gill and he just changed fortunes for team. I mean, we
True.
went around four wicketless sessions. I mean, that
Exactly.
speaks volume. Four
Incredible.
wicketless
Four
sessions.
wicket
That
sessions
also
out of five.
day four on day 5, you went four wicketless
Cannot
sessions.
do that.
Absolute cement session.
Frustrating the opponents is incredible. Paji, before to you, one last thing before we sign off.
I wanted to add, apart from scoring runs and big daddy hundreds, the 90% control,
Yeah.
90% control as a batsman in English condition for 4 consecutive Test match. Hats off to his dedication or patience or his temperament.
True that, true that. 90%, 92%, we are seeing those numbers as well. KL Rahul, Shubman Gill, both. Thank you so much, both of you as well. Fifth test, both of you are saying two apiece. Fingers crossed. Let's hope India level the series and end the series on a good note. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much, and bye bye.